"I have so much time for all the things I need to do," said no teacher ever. Teachers are notorious for saying yes to far too many projects and then burning themselves out. It can be a downward spiral. The key to more effective teaching practices is to simplify and focus. I'm going to share with you some simple ways to reduce your workload, increase your efficiency, and have more time for other parts of your life, like friends and family. One of the key takeaways from our Teacher Wellbeing Workshop in 2017 to reduce workload was prioritising tasks so that teachers use their time and energy more effectively. Deciding what tasks you need to do and what can be left undone can be very freeing, as can realising that you can say no. No to students, no to colleagues, no to parents, and even no to your boss. My name's Amaro, and I'm the Principal Presenter at the Highly Effective Teacher, and I've been working with students and supporting teachers for over 30 years. I'm passionate about teacher wellbeing and helping teachers to learn and thrive in the teaching profession by using evidence-based practices to support them. Teacher wellbeing means improved student wellbeing, and that contributes to better academic and social outcomes. If you'd like to learn more about teacher wellbeing, please subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so that you receive notifications of all our videos. The first thing you need to do is simplify what you do. Take time to think about how you can make your teaching as simple as possible by only doing the tasks that require your expertise. Outsource some of your work. Now, this may sound weird for a teacher, but please stay with me. While you may not be able to employ someone on Upwork, for example, you can get other people to do some of the work that you do now. You can delegate or share tasks with both students and colleagues. So how can you use students to reduce your workload? Your students are probably capable of taking on much more responsibility than you may currently be giving them. Conduct a class meeting at the beginning of the year and with your students discuss the running of the classroom and all the things that entails. And no, you don't have to come up with all the ideas in advance. Give students open-ended questions and a platform to voice their opinions, and then listen to what they have to say. You may be pleasantly surprised at what they have to offer. Here are some ideas to get you started and help to build students' problem-solving skills. Number one, the classroom. Consider all you do to keep the physical environment attractive and inviting for your students. Then with your students, brainstorm a list of jobs that need to be done to keep the classroom clean, tidy, and functioning well. Create a roster system for students to be responsible for the classroom, and you could even give responsibility for the roster allocation to one of your students. You could make a system that's simple enough for even kindergarten students to run. Teaching students to be responsible for and take care of the classroom will increase their sense of belonging and connectedness, which is vital for building a positive school culture and producing successful students. When students feel that they have ownership of their learning space, they're more likely to respect and value the education that happens there. If you're interested in learning some effective ways to create a safe and supportive learning environment for your students, check out the video link here. Number two, developing student-centered learning. Increase student independence and interdependence so that you reduce their need for you. What do you mean, reduce their need for me? Isn't teaching the most important activity in the classroom? Sorry, but no. The most important activity that occurs in the classroom is not teaching, but learning. You can get your kids to design their own learning. Inspire them with exciting and innovative cooperative learning strategies, self-directed learning, peer mentoring, open-ended tasks, and problem-based learning. At our Habits of Highly Effective Teacher workshop, you can experience the power of these strategies and see clearly how you can implement them into your classroom easily and simply as part of your classroom behaviour management. Number three, use smart marking techniques. Marking student work is the bane of many teachers' lives, especially in high school. You can make the task easier on you and more efficient so that students are getting real-time feedback about their work. In the younger grades, immediate marking is essential. Otherwise, students have forgotten what the work is about. You being on your feet, moving around the room and marking immediately is mandatory in those settings. And kids standing in line waiting for their work to be marked should never happen in any classroom. Their time is valuable and should be spent in much more productive ways. Even high school students need feedback to be given as close as possible to the task to make it meaningful for them. And this means that they can make corrections and improvements sooner, move on to the next task, better equipped to succeed. You can teach kids how to mark their own work, other people's work, when that's appropriate, and develop systems for one-on-one conferencing about student work. Again, if you're interested in reducing the time spent marking student work, check out the video link here. How can you use colleagues to reduce your workload? So first of all, planning. Share planning with your colleagues so that you don't have to come up with everything. Even if you decide to change a lesson or put your own spin on it, having the bulk of the work done by sharing the planning with a buddy teacher reduces your workload. Get together with other teachers who are teaching the same classes or topics and brainstorm ideas. You can reduce your workload if you divide and conquer. Some teachers prefer to do their own planning and designing lessons, and that's fine. But if you want more time for doing other things that you love, planning together can really help. And if you find someone who's really good at something you don't enjoy, even better. And rather than simply dividing up planning for topics or subject areas, consider your strengths and the things that you enjoy doing. So if you love planning lessons, but you hate putting together overviews or speaking to parent groups, maybe you could divide up the tasks in more beneficial ways. Next is behaviour management. Don't keep tricky student behaviour problems to yourself. Another teacher may be having the same issues with that student, which will make you feel better, and they may also have some awesome strategy that works with that kid. You can also call on colleagues when you need backup or a break from a particular student. Having another space for the student to go to can really help to break the escalation cycle and can give you both some breathing space. Behaviour management is a whole school responsibility. Focus. How to focus. It's easy for teachers to fall into the trap of trying to do everything perfectly, to be everything to everyone. After all, there are a multitude of skills that you need to hone as a teacher. But a better strategy, and one that will save your sanity, is to focus on a small number of skills or strategies at a time and aim to do them well. Once you've mastered particular habits, then you can add more. Perhaps you need to concentrate on building positive relationships with students. There are so many elements that contribute to this area of teaching, so putting your focus there will yield your results that will go well beyond the classroom. Perhaps you need to focus on your well-being. Incorporating attitudes and practices such as mindfulness, gratitude, and a growth mindset into your lessons will benefit both you and your students. Additionally, integrating music and movement breaks, calm spaces, and celebration into your day will make you feel better and make your kids feel amazing, mean that you're having fun and enjoying school more. Maybe you need to focus on differentiation in your lessons and developing creative ways to help your students learn more effectively. You could include your students in the discussion by getting them to think about how they learn best, what they enjoy, what motivates them, and what things you do that help them to do that, getting them to give you feedback around what works in your classroom. Build a toolbox of effective cooperative learning strategies by focusing on one or two to begin with. You might like to start with Think, Pair, Share, which is really simple strategy to incorporate into your classroom and can be used at any grade level. And then use it often so that you become familiar. Then you can gradually add other strategies. Remember, whatever you decide to focus on, keep it simple. If you have any strategies that can help teachers with reducing their workload, please let us know below in the comments. Thanks for watching our video. Stay safe and happy teaching.